injured here. 2v2 faction battle. Judgement of Carrion, Tyranids versus Eldar. Blue team. We have Sam as a Hive Tyrant. Very durable commander. Walks through cover. Cannot be suppressed. Fights melee to start off. Good offense and support. Alongside Wildbold is a Lictor alpha melee specialist that can infiltrate, pick off high value targets and disrupt. Red team. For Eldar we have Sneakus Peekus as a Warlock. Offensive, good mobility with fleet and gets flesh hooked straight away. Can also tank and disrupt really well. Darks, rounding out red team, is a Eldar Farseer support commander that fights melee. Lots of good buffs for her allies. Very tight and compact 2v2 map, but I quite like it. Warlock up against a Lictor alpha, and Termagant's not a good fight for him, so he fleets away. 500, 500, nobody capping anything. There's a destructor, nicely done by Sneakus Peekus, and we see the leap into combat there for the Warlock, recently added to him for Elite. He did have it in retail way back when. Nice to see him get it back. More flavors always nice. And here come Howling Banshees for Darks in amongst a whole bunch of Tyranids. Is he going to lose his Howling Banshees in the first engagement? Retreats them, they get away with a single model, I think. Yes, just about. Has some Dire Avengers. Sneakus Peekus going for triple Dire Avengers. There's a lot of firepower. Farseer is still there, tying up some Hormagaunts. Has put guide on these Dire Avengers. That's her starting ability. And these guys are going to take this building, and that could be a huge mistake. Lots of Tyranids looming outside, and they will get a double, maybe even a triple. Hive Tyrant coming to cap south. Dire Avengers get back out and shoot up some Hormagaunts, trying to get model losses. Shuriken Cannon on the way for Dark. Sam going for a Warrior Brood. Double Termagant opening, of course, for both of the Tyranid players. No Toxin Sacks yet. Lictor Alpha caught trying to sneak around. Might see some Rangers to detect him. Triple cap for the Tyranids. Dire Avengers shooting up the Hive Tyrant, and they go back to the garrison. That's a big risk. If he gives a Barb Strangler, and he does, he's getting a Barb Strangler for these warriors, and that's going to be very painful. Here come Howling Banshees again. Light melee unit with power weapons will be very good if they can get into melee with those warriors, which are heavy armor. Here comes the Shuriken, or Guardian Weapon Team as it's called now in Elite. Starts off with the Shuriken Cannon though. Warlock chasing off some Termagants, and Eldar are capping mid. Look at the map control though for the Tyranids. Always open strongly, and those Dire Avengers will wipe in that building. I think no way they can get out of there, and down they go. Howling Banshees forcing off warriors. Can they get a model loss? No. Catching some Termagants and Hormagaunts in retreat though, and take out, wow, take about 4 or 5 models down. Double cap for Tyranids. Eldar now have middle. It's a 2-to-1, and it's going to be a 2-to-1 for Eldar, I think. Thought we might see Darks pushing his Banshees to try and take down one generator. They do have their aspect. Lictor Alpha flesh hooking a Ranger and taking him down with a hit. Ouch. You see the Merciless Witchblade for the Warlock. Thought we might see Immolator versus these quadruple Termagants. Wildbold getting Raveners. Can Burrow Strike, start off as a melee unit, can get ranged weapons in tier 1. Howling Banshees alongside their Farseer, who has Spirit Stone. She will be able to support them now with a heal and Armor of Fortune on the way. Shuriken Cannon moved up, and Darks has replaced his Dire Avengers. Not quite suppressing that entire blob, but did suppress some Termagants. Needs to move the Shuriken Cannon up again, I think. Sam is now middle. Is he going to double north? Here comes Wildbold again. Triple cap for the Eldar. 4-5-7-3-7-7. Crippling Poison on the Warlock, and a full retreat from Sneakus Peekus. Hormagaunts now capping north. Here comes Darks. Setting up the Shuriken. Will suppress this entire blob. Can the Barb Strangle Warriors get a shot off? Can they get close enough? They do. Bang. Suppression reduces the time it takes to reload, so you still get your first shot off or first volley off depending on your weapon. Warriors retreat again, get away with no losses. Howling Banshees again take huge amounts of losses. They had Fortune on them then as well. Raveners burrow strike in for Wildbold, forcing off the Shuriken, and Tyranids should be able to get at least a 2-to-1 hit. Wildbold has taken north. Here comes Sneakus Peekus again though, with triple Dire Avengers and Rangers. No sign of any battle equipment or aspect as it is now for these guys. Triple gens in the south for red team. Blue team a bit behind on power because they don't have triple gens here. Big shooting match now. Dire Avengers not taking advantage of this cover that's here with his pipe. Look at that disruption from the Warlock leaping into combat with the Lictor Alpha. He now has the Champion's Robe, so we'll most likely see Heart of Darkness in Tier 2. Sam pushing back towards the south. Hive Tyrant is north though, going up against this Farseer. Armor of Fortune and Spirit Stones. And she turns to engage the Hive Tyrant, now taking on both of the Eldar commanders. Raveners catching Dire Avengers in retreat. Now Dark's changing his mind, he's going to come north. Ouch. Howling Banshees will find it so difficult to get close with double crippling poison and those barbed strangler. Warriors 382, 377. Dark's losing his Shuriken now, goes Tier 2. Heavy losses for Dark's in Tier 1. Center is uncapped. North is turning red thanks to the Warlock of Sneakus Peekus, still level 1. Getting close to level 2 though. Lictor Alpha is level 2, has the Scything Talons. Not too sure about this weapon. I'm not sure if it's a power weapon. It has an ability called Scythe which knocks back and suppresses. I'm not sure if it does damage. The tooltip doesn't say that it does, and I haven't noticed it do damage myself. 362, 377, a 1-to-1 cap. Ouch, look at the damage those Dire Avengers are pouring in there. And down goes the Lictor Alpha, caught by the Warlock. We see a very cool backflip sync kill, and the Warlock backs off. Here come Howling Banshees again, struggling to get into melee with double crippling poison and that Barbed Strangler. Here comes the Farseer now to tie up these warriors. Can he get a model loss? Have they even lost a model yet? They are a synapse creature, so they will explode on death, which is why you want to target them. And an Autarch being dropped. Ouch. Dark's trying to keep those Dire Avengers in play, waiting for the Autarch, but lost a bunch of models because of that. Sub-Commander for Eldar has a passive AoE buff that she gives off, reducing damage. Can leap around, disrupt things very, very quick on her feet as well. Can get a shield, a spear, and a really nasty fusion gun in Tier 3. She is going for the Executioner. Very, very strong power weapon. In amongst some Hormagaunts, that's her special attack, which is pretty good 360. And now this spear is equipped. These Hormagaunts in a bit of trouble. As you can see, she can inspire nearby troops when she kills something, much like the Librarian and Terminators and such. 362, 357. Warlock, you feel, starting to power himself up, very close to level 3, starting to become very dangerous. Are we going to see Half Darkness? Maybe we'll see Warp Throat. Autarch of Darks needs to be very careful and retreats in time. Now a level 3 Warlock disrupting with his ranged attack thanks to Merciless Witchblade. Darks now has Howling Banshees fully upgraded with the Exarch. She has her spear, which is a heavy melee weapon. But look at the damage they take again from that Barbed Strangler. There is a Spirit Stone's heal, and they turn and engage. But a Zone Throat now getting a shot in, coming out of nowhere from Sam, and he has double Zone Throats. Even Wildbold has one now. Artillery unit for Tyranids. Also support somewhat with their health regen synapse. Don't need to set up, and they don't do friendly fire, so they are a very useful unit. Vulnerable though to jump units and such. Lictor Alpha goes down in retreat again to the Warlock. Warlock doing very well north with this merciless switchblade, getting close to level 4. Warp spiders on the field for Sneakus because not sure why he's retreating them. Perhaps wants them at full health for the next engagement. 362, 357. Sam trying to cap mid, but here come double Dire Avengers, but that is a nasty bar triangular shot. Retreated just in time to avoid most of the damage. There goes a plasma grenade. Excellently dodged by Sam. Spawn mines in retreat path. 362, 357 still, it's a 1-to-1 cap. Tyranids have south, Eldar have north, and Sam is capping centre. Hive Tyrant now with Crushing Claw is going to revive the Lictor Alpha, and that will level him well into level 2. Lictor Alpha himself is what? Also level 2 and has deadly jump, fantastic disruption and a little bit of damage as well when he lands. Brood nest going up, I hear from the announcer, there it is. Allows nearby allies to reinforce, also gives a small health regeneration aura. Double zones coming south. These Banshees need to be very careful. Not that great at hitting moving targets though, much like most artillery. In amongst these warriors there's a Spirit Stone's heal. And again the warriors get away without a loss. Warp spiders on the field for Darks, double warp spiders for Sneakus Peekus. Teleporting infantry that put out some really nasty range damage. Absolutely melting these Hormagaunts, good grief. Dire Avengers alive because of their Warlock leader and they take them out. Howling Banshees still in amongst it. Need to be very careful though. Crushing Claw, Hive Tyrant turns and he's going to be taken down. If he doesn't have an armor upgrade, he can't really go into Banshees without rendered Talons. 362, 326. Grenade. Dodged by Wildbold. And we have the Devourers on these Raveners. 2-to-1 cap for Eldars, very close, lots and lots of losses all round. Sam replacing his Hormagaunts, which is a strange one. Maybe he wants them to tie up Dire Avengers, not sure. Lost one of his Zone Thropes. Still has one. Wildbold also has one. Sneakus Peekus cap in north. Level 4 now. Hive Tyrant has been repurchased, very nearly level 3. Well, that was the Farseer, she is level 3 also. No weapon upgrade for her yet. Darks doesn't seem to like to use the Doombringer. I think it's a great weapon. 340, 317, Sneakus Peekus loves to use the Doombringer with Mind Warp. And he has really hurt me with that in the past. But we're not going to see it in this game. Here come Howling Banshees. In amongst warriors again. Can he get a model loss this time? Here comes an Autarch drop. Not sure if he sky leaked his last Autarch or she was killed. I think she was killed because she doesn't have a spear anymore. Doesn't want to fight a Hive Tyrant, that's for sure. She needs to get the hell out of there. She needs to jump away. She's going to go down and does go down. That was one of the quickest Autarch losses ever. Hormagaunts in amongst Dire Avengers, who can hold their own in melee it seems with that Warlock leader. Bang. Hive Tyrant charging around, taking stuff out left and right. Almost level 4. 293, 317. It's a 2-to-1 cap for Eldar. Lots and lots of heavy losses for Darks. And the Tyranid roster's looking very strong and they are tier 3. Sam is going tier 3. Sneakus Peekus couldn't get something to retreat, I'm not sure. Wildbold complaining of Warp Spider spam. It's only 2 squads, Mr. Wildbold. By the same token, you spam Termagants. Here they are teleporting in. Termagants can't do that amount of damage though with the teleport. Absolutely devastating. Both fully upgraded, I think, as well, with Warp Spider Exarch and Aspect. Sam is tier 3, or going tier 3. Sneakus Peekus now going tier 3 also. And we might see Darks go tier 3. And he does. I assume, knowing Darks, he's going to go for a Seer count, so he really loves using those guys. Sneakus Peekus in retreat, level 5 Warlock. Range is still around as well, level 2 with Pathfinder. And Eldar might get a quick triple unless these guys can decap quickly enough. And looks like they will be able to. Yes. Going to be a 2-to-1 though for Eldar. Holding mid quite strong with these double warp spiders. Lictor Alpha jumping in, but they've already teleported out. 227, 317. Zone throw. Trying to get a shot off, but couldn't quite manage it. Warp spiders getting out of range there. Here comes the Hive Tyrant just walking over those shields. Wild Strangler shot goes in. I'm amazed that these Banshees are still alive. Level 2. Our Avengers now in retreat. Warp spiders shooting the crap out of what they can, but they need to retreat as well. And a brood nest up here from Sam to support him south. 189, 317. Double warp spiders forced off for Sneakus Peekus. What is this guy up to? He's going to try and revive the Farseer. Champion's robe is up and he's getting Heart of Darkness, but I don't think it's going to complete in time. He's going to try and revive. Is he going to do it? Getting wailed on by both commanders, and he's going to go down in retreat. Can the Farseer get away? I think so. At least she does get away, and she can now revive the Warlock. Seer Council on the field for Darks. Power melee infantry that leap into combat. Really, really dangerous, especially supported with Armor of Fortune and Spirit Stones. They also give off an AoE buff. You can see it there, the yellow circles. 167308. Ravenous backing off. Level 2 these guys. And Tyranids get a triple. Can the Eldar come back here and push against the VPs, because there's a lot of Tyranids on the map and a Carnifex on the way for Wildbold. Ouch. Warp Spiders took a Zone Throat hit and a Barbed Strangle hit. Luckily the damage evenly spread so they don't lose a model. Luckily for them in a way. South now turning red. Banshees capping. Here comes Seer Council. Farseer using Fleet, and he's gone for Armor of the Assyrian. And Farseer levels to 5, reviving the Warlock who's level 6. And Heart of Darkness can now complete. He's going into a lot of trouble here. What is he up to? There's the leap into combat, knocking Termagants flying, and now retreats. Sam looking quite strong with these Hormagaunts, and he's giving them adrenal glands, and there is Time Field preventing all of this stuff from attacking. Using it to get his Seer Council into combat. Will support them with a heal when they need it. Some special attacks from the Farseer. Ouch. And finally takes down a couple of warrior models. Here comes Howling Banshees now. Bad engagement for Sam. Seer Council down to about half of their hit points. Have they lost any models? No. Retreat grenade misses. Down goes the Lictor Alpha. And now Howling Banshees will move in on this Hive Tyrant. That is the bonded exoskeleton. But he's going to go down if he's not careful. Lictor Alpha now revived. There's a grenade on Lictor Alpha. Nicely done by Sneakus Peekus. Down goes both commanders again. An excellent offensive by the Eldar. They can cap mid, get a 2-to-1. Here's the Carnifex for Wildbold, and he's getting the Barbed Strangler. Sneakus Peekus has spotted it. D cannon on the field for him. Excellent artillery unit. Look at this range that it has. Also has a great ability called Singularity, which will be devastating to small Tyranids. We'll see if we can see it go off. Wildbold repurchasing his Lictor Alpha. Fire Prism on the way for Darks, and Swarmlord on the way for Sam. This is going to be a crazy ending. Sam also has enough for Eternal Formation, and so does Wildbold. Sneakus Peekus can also drop an Eldritch Storm. D-Cannon getting shots off on that blob, and there is Singularity. Wildbold spots it, but he should retreat. They're not going to be able to get far enough away here. Dragging in all that stuff and wiping those Termagants. That was absolutely devastating. Ouch. And it's all kicking off middle. Here come Howling Banshees, unable to get into melee again. Double Warp Spiders. Very difficult for the Tyranids to deal with so far. working well versus these ranged Tyranid armies. Trying a formation in retreat path, that's a big risk, and he hasn't timed it well, and that's pretty much a wasted nuke, but does hit the warp spiders on the edge. And again, should have saved it for a big engagement though. 126, 210. That was Wildbold's turn of formation, yes. Swarmlord hits the field. Warlock and the Farseer going after the Carnifex. None of them have anti-vehicle weapons though. The Farseer can get a singing spear, and she's level 7 now. Warlock also level 7. Fire Prism chasing the Carnifex, using its focus shot to take huge chunks of health. Rangers are going to get hit by this tornado formation. Level 3 Rangers, and they survived the central spire. Wildbold was not happy about that, let me tell you. Swarmlord on the field for Sam. Super unit for Tyranids. Fantastic in melee, also grants a speed buff and reinforcement synapse. 80, 210. Eldar coming very strong at the end of this game, despite heavy losses from Darks. He always seems to come back, doesn't he? Level 7 Farseer with Seer Council and Fire Prism as well. 66, 210. It's a double cap for the Eldar. That's another singularity. Takes a while to fire off, and there we go. Ouch. Termagants surviving because they're level 3. But now in retreat, an Avatar of Cain on the way for Sneakus, Peekus. Swarmlord for Wildbold. That Carnifex did survive. Double warp spiders get hit by the Barb Strangler, but do force off the warriors. It's a 2-to-1 cap. Can Tyranids cap south or north? Swarmlord trying to chase down this Fire Prism, but it does get away fine. These Dire Avengers not so fine. Those are Sneakus Peekuses. Zone Throat is going to get teleported on in retreat, yes. And they force melee just to make sure. Nicely done by Sneakus Peekus. And second Swarmlord for Wildbold. This is it. They need to get these Swarmlords out, and they need to push with them well. Tyranids is going to get a triple. Look at this. Avatar on the way. Sneakus Peekus has lost all of his Dire Avengers. Now has Rangers, double warp spiders, D-cannon, and soon to be Avatar. Sam doing a good job preserving his squads. Look at this, has double level 4 Termagants, level 3 Warriors, level 6 Hive Tyrant as well. Bonding Exoskeleton and Crushing Claw Lictor Alpha is level 3. There is the triple cap. 34-161. Can the Tyranids hold on? That was a infestation tower, just knocking those Rangers off the cap. And here is the Avatar of Cain super unit for Eldar. Emits an AoE buff, devastating in melee combat, and very killy with his abilities. Swarmlord using Leech Essence, and there is Wailing Doom. Ouch. Termagant sent flying, but surviving because they're level 4. Seer Council, can they get away? 15 hit points. Just about get. He died. Why did he die? No idea why that Seer Council member died, but that is a squad wipe from Darks. 34-118, and that might be crucial. Here is Wrath of Cain. Knockback and suppression won't affect these Swarmlords though. Double Swarmlords on the field with a Barb Strangler Carnifex. Here's a Eldritch Storm, wonderfully done by Sneakus Peekus. Might take down this Swarmlord. There is a Haywire Grenade and another, and the Avatar will finish it off surely. 22-118, double cap for Eldar. Tyranids with this big offensive, losing map control. Down goes the Swarmlord, and the Hive Tyrant will also go down. Boom. Such a tight game, but it looks like the Eldar have it with a triple cap at the end. Wow, so much death and destruction, so many losses, some awesome bits of play and some not so awesome bits of play, but a great game nonetheless. Thanks to the players for taking part. Hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I'll see you next time.